Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today's video is basically more relating to Umrah costs, so that if you are planning to go for Umrah, what cost and what expenditures you should be considering and you should not forget. And this video will also help you to estimate on the overall the Umrah planning, that what you should be considering. So let's go on with it. So first thing first, if you are going and planning for Umrah, then the first thing you will be considering is the visa cost. Of course, you need the visa, but you on top of that there is a visa cost as well. And so far, it's not that you not free for anyone, except if you are already living in the GCC, I think so, area, which is the Middle East area, and you are resident there or you're working there. Then of course you can, I think so, travel to Saudi Arab visa free. You don't need to pay for any cost. Otherwise, you still need to pay for cost. Like for the people in Europe and UK, they can apply e-visa, and also the Pakistani or Bangladeshi or Indian passport holders, if they have a valid European visa as well for any country, then even they can also apply for an e-visa, that's called. So approximate cost in pounds is £86 for the e-visa. And for UK citizens only, if you have a UK passport, then there is another category which is called visa waiver, so which they can apply, and it costs around £30. So this is the cost. And if you are visiting the Saudi Arab for less than 96 hours, then you can enter Saudi Arab without any visa. You don't need a visa, you don't need to pay visa fee. That's what I understood, but you can check for it. And once you apply for a visa, e-visa is very fast. Once you apply, you will get it within 4 to 5 minutes. Honestly, once you apply the form, you can get that quick. Second expenditure which you need to consider is the flight, which would be the biggest cost for this travel. So depending on from where you are traveling, the cost will vary. Like from UK, approximately, depending on the season, the cost will be varying from 500, this is for one person, £500 and onwards. So depending on which season are you going, like if you're going to be planning in the good weather like December, like from November till let's say end of February, this is the ideal weather because it's a cooler weather over there. So the flights are quite expensive. And also if you are considering during the holiday season for the kids, the flights are expensive, and the flights can go for one person even up to £1,000 as well. If there are other cheaper options, if you are having multiple stopovers, or you book a bit more in advance, then you can find cheaper, but usually I would say £500. But if you are going in a peak season, in the winter season, then of course you will be paying around £500 to £800. Then the third cost which comes into play is the hotel. So there is a lot of things which depend on the hotel. So of course, if you are planning for Umrah yourself, you are selecting your own hotels, then of course you have the liberty. And usually booking.com is a nice website where you can compare the price, but there is Expedia, there are many other websites as well where you can compare. Sometimes you can find better deals over there, but in general you get the idea. And the price mainly depends over there proximity to Haram. When I'm saying Haram, it includes Masjidul Haram in Makkah and also Masjid Nabawi as well. So because both are called Haram, so how close your hotel is to them, is it in walking distance or is it far, that really varies the cost. The second thing which varies the cost is the star rating, whether it's a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. And also just to let you know that if you really want to check the star rating, I would recommend go for booking.com, that over there the star rating is authentic. If you just look at the star rating from Google, it would be misleading, because in Google, like, it would be saying 4.7 star rating, but in actual, if you check on the booking.com, it would not even be a 3-star. So there is a discrepancy. So I would recommend that you check the comments and everything on booking.com rather than just the Google, so that you know what you are booking exactly. And the last thing is also the cost will vary if the breakfast is included or not included. This is again if you are booking yourself. If you are booking with a travel agent and you are getting a full package and a tour operator is taking you, then majority of the things are included already. The next thing is the vaccine. Depending on from which country you are resident of or you are traveling from, the vaccines vary. Like in UK, there is only one requirement of the vaccine, which is this one. meningitis. I really find it difficult to pronounce this, ACWY, which cost around £45, and it varies £45 to £70 per head. You can find this. But other countries, some countries are required, like Pakistan, India, I think so, they are required to have polio. Some countries, African countries, are required to have even yellow fever as well. So based on the country, there can be 2-3 requirements. On, like, this is so the airline website, over there you can find the vaccine information, or there is the government website as well. I have a separate video if you want to look at that. Then comes the local transportation. In the package which you are getting, if you're getting a package, check what transportations are included. Sometimes their transportation is included, some of the transportation are not included. But in general, based on my research, like, if you are going to take a taxi, and also, like, either you're going to be staying in Makkah first and then going to Medina, or first Medina then Makkah, you're going to be paying for the taxi charges. So taxi going to be around 600 to 700 Saudi riyals. Either, or you can take the Haramain train, which going to be costing around 180 Saudi Riyal if you book in advance. But if you book on time, you can be paying up to 250 or something as well for economy class. And this is for one person. But for taxi, of course, there are 4 seats. Based on your luggage, you might be able to go more persons. So in general, the thumb rule, what people say is that if you are up to 2 people, go for Haramain train. If you are 3 or more, then go for a taxi. It might be cheaper, the 7-seater taxi, 8-seater taxi, or even this saloon as well, 600, which Saudi Riyal. Then airport to hotel, and then hotel back to airport when you are going back. So that would be around 100 Riyal for each way. And again, also, if your hotel booked in Medina or Makkah is away from Masjid al-Nabi or Masjid al-Haram, you might need to take a taxi or Uber, and you need to consider for that. It would be cheaper, but still, if you have to travel 2 or 3 times a day or 1 time a day, you need to consider the cost if your hotel is far away for any reason. Then comes the ziyarat part. If you are going for on a package, you need to check if ziyarats are included. If not, then you need to pay for that. There are buses which take you. There are also, you can take a taxi, you can ask a taxi driver to take you. So it depends. The cost is really variable. You can Google it, and you can find it from local drivers as well, and you can get the cost. But this is what I understood, like, in each location, consider 250 Saudi riyals for each of the ziyarats in Makkah and Medina. Then comes the food. So food is a very variable, whether you are going to eat at a posh, not really posh, but a normal fast food like KFC, McDonald's, Hardee's, or something like that, or Al-Baq, or whether you're going to be eating outside from a Pakistani hotel or something. There you can get maybe in a 12 Saudi Riyal, you can get a meal. But if you are eating in a Al-Baq or in KFC something, a deal gonna be costing around 20 Saudi Riyal or 25 Saudi Riyal. So it really depends. But approximately, I would say, like, if you're going from UK, this would be the cost you should be considered. I've considered that you are paying for breakfast and you're having a light breakfast, not from like KFC, McDonald's, or McDonald's breakfast, something like that. You are not having that. You are just buying something from outside, maybe an egg and bread, something like that, and snacks, just munching. So these would be the cost which I would be considering if I would be going there. Then comes, also, once you are going, you might make a mistake during Umrah, or you would like to give some charity, sadaqah, so consider that as well on top of your regular amounts. And also, if God forbid you make a big mistake, you need to make a dam as well, and that dam means a qurbani. And I don't know the cost, but maybe 400 riyal, 500 riyal, something like that, I think, that you need to pay for a complete goat qurbani for that. Then comes the other thing. It depends on the personal things, like what shopping and how much shopping you're going to be doing for your loved ones or your own self. And also, once you are going from whichever country, you need to pay for other transportation, like maybe taking a taxi from your home to go to the airport in Lahore. And in UK, like in UK, to take a taxi like from my home to Heathrow airport, let's say, it's going to be costing around £70, something like that. And if it's a bigger taxi, it's going to be costing around £100 one way. So it really depends. And if you are parking your own car, the parking charges for one day can be 20-30 pound. So of course it varies, and you need to consider that how many days that you are going. Now, just to compare and give you a full perspective, I'm not linked to any of these groups I'm gonna show, but I just Google it, and these are some of the groups. Like in UK, I found this on by Google search, and you can see that it's giving a 5-star package, 3-star package, and 4-star package. The price per head they are giving, And please remember, all the tour operators give the rate for basically quad sharing, that all the hotels you're going to be going, it is for 4 people. So if you want a 3 person or 2 person one, you need to pay extra in order to get the rate. And these include, majority of the travel package for Umrah include like hotel, which is flight and visa. So these are the three things they cover. They don't cover any other thing. And this is usually the prices for if you're going on a visa waiver. If you say that you have Pakistani passport or something else, they might increase the cost by £50 just to, because the visa waiver visa is cheaper, and whereas the normal e-visa is expensive. So, and also the nights are mentioned, the days are mentioned, so based on that the price going to be varying, and the majority of the portion of the package depends on the flight, as I mentioned. So this is another travel agent I just look for. So it's giving 3-star package, 10 nights, 3-star 7 nights. You can see the rates as well, that they are varying, although, and 7 nights to 12 nights, it's not a big difference. It's £120, and you're getting so many nights as well. But the thing is, because the flight is quite expensive, and that makes a difference. And also which days you're going to be going. They are saying 499, but once you call them and say, okay, I want to go in February, like when I'm making this video, they might say, okay, for February, because of the flights, the per head cost will be £800. And this is what exactly is happening. Because of the flight cost, everything goes high, or because of the Ramadan going to be starting in the end of February, it will be more expensive. Then this is actually in my own mosque, local mosque. They were taking a group. There is another option here. All these packages are only considering visa, hotel, and airline ticket. But here, like if someone is taking in a group form, that they are going in a group form and they are limited seats, like I don't know, 30 people they are taking, then they give more facilities, and here the price goes higher as well. As you can see, 1795 per head they are going to charge. What's included in this? There is hotel included, there is a flight included, they are including breakfast, a guide, an imam is going with you, and they are providing the transportation from Makkah to Medina. They are providing the ziyarats, and they will be having a session of holy sessions or spiritual sessions as well, and all ground transport. So you see, if the more facilities they add, the higher the price starts to go. And this is, they are saying 5-star package. So 5-star package, if we look here previously in this one, it was 1050. But here, once they add the more facilities and everything, you are going in a group, they are charging around 700 £800 extra for that one. So of course there is flexibility. It's more convenient if you want to go, so that you don't have to bother about anything. But of course they're going to be charging more as well. Now, another thing, and also if you have any trouble, the person is with you, you can complain to them directly. You know who to complain with. Now, this is also, I just wanted to give a look at Pakistani website I just looked at, and I found this website, no affiliation with it, and I found this package. So it's 285 per person. They are charging for 3-star package, and they are also providing the flight, the visa, I think so, and accommodation. So it's only the three things, and they are charging 2,85,000, which is approximately, I think so, £850 or something. So again, the prices are quite comparable, Pakistan and UK. But actually it's a 3-star package, so I think so it's a bit expensive. So, but this is just to give you an, here it is saying it's 5 packs, so 5% in a single room. Now, this is like a self-made package. I was just calculating for myself, if I make a package of my own, okay, without using any travel agent, how and what and all the things which I mentioned, how much it's gonna cost me. So you can see the visa, and this is the cost for 4-person, like 2 adults, 2 kids, and this is per head if I divide overall. Okay, not just for adult. If I would be considering for adult, maybe it's £1,000 because the flight ticket for kids are usually less. So here you see the visa cost I've included for 4%. Then I've considered the flight, which flight, if it is a direct flight, if it is a like Saudi airline, it would be expensive slightly as compared to anyone else, because they are going direct to at least Jeddah, not to Medina. Then Medina hotel, which kind of hotel it is, 4-star, 5-star. I've shown that what hotel I have considered. So I've considered like Al Masa hotel, which is 4-star as per booking.com, and Artaiba hotel, which is projected as 4-star hotel, to be honest, by travel agents. But if you go to booking.com, there is no star rating here. But if you Google it, Okay, in Google actually you will find that it is stated as 3.7 star, but travel agents sell it as 4-star hotel. And this Almasa hotel, it is stated as 4-star hotel, but travel agents usually sell it as a 5-star hotel, that they are giving you a 5-star hotel. So that's the thing, you need to look at it where the star rating is coming from, and it's variable, and you need to make sure. So of course this Almasa hotel is better, so 4 nights I consider for this one, 4 nights for Medina, so it's like an 8-day package instead of a normal 7-day package. And vaccine I have cost consider, and based on these, in order to compare the price to price, the per head price without the vaccine, because with the travel agent the price comes to be 934 pound. And then I'm considering the other ziyarat cost, and going from hotel, transport from hotel to airport, I'm considering that one. I'm considering food for 7.5 days, because I will be traveling during those days as well, so it's not full 8 days, 8 meals, I 8 multiply with 3 meals I need. And airport parking I'm considering, like I'm gonna be parking my car in UK, and it's gonna be costing me like 170 pounds, something like that. So per head cost would be 1184, like 1200 pounds, and without considering shopping or any other spending, or if I don't know, the sadaqah, or if I have to give a dam, I'm not considering. So this gives you an idea that how basically you can make a package, and based on that, it's not necessary that you go with a travel agent until and unless you want to go in such a tour where they are arranging everything, all the transportation is given by them, and you want to go hassle free. So this is the hassle free option. But of course they're going to be charging more. But here, if you are booking everything yourself, you need to go one by one, step by step, you still need to book for things. And also in this one they are not considering the vaccine will be on top, but it's 45-50 pounds, so it's not that much. So hope this gives you an idea, if you are going to make a package, whether yourself or through a travel agent, what you need to check. Because that's the thing, if you are getting, like you will get a Facebook ad or a Google ad, like only 500 pounds for Umrah package, you think it's quite cheap. But remember, it's only considering the flight and the hotel accommodation, and hotel accommodation with 3 other people if you're going alone. And it won't be having food, it won't be having, if the visa is, you are not having UK passport, then the visa cost will be added, there will be no transportation. So that's why you need to consider all the other factors which will be increasing the cost. So eventually I think so you should be considering that for one person the cost will always be between 500 to 1000 for the main Umrah for 7 days at least. So hope this video is useful. If you have any question, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.